Veteran care is important because of the people that it affects. Many veterans return from service not having much to come back to. Some may not have a house, job, or other necessary resources.
Veteran, a person who has had a long experience in a particular field. What some people don't know is how much veterans risk their lives to protect and serve our country.
Veteran care is also important because of how many people it affects. It not only affects those who have served or are serving, but it also affects the families of those who have served or are serving. Almost everyone you talk to will have an opinion on the current state of veteran care. Returning veterans are struggling, trying to adjust back to their previous ways and habits. It is hard for them to find jobs that will provide enough money to support them and their families. It is also tough because some do not get the medical treatment that they require because of current VA standards. This graph depicting the age structure of veterans versus non-veterans shows how young some people are when they volunteer to join the military. Some veterans serve in the military their entire lives and deserve to be rewarded for their service with proper health care in a timely manner.
The general public believes that the overall state of veteran care could be improved. However, some feel the VA is doing all they can to aid and provide for veterans. With that said, we feel that all deserve to have a good experience with the VA.
We believe that veterans are some of the most important people in our lives. We live in a free country because soldiers have fought for our rights throughout time.
Veterans parades are one example of how citizens show their gratitude towards veterans and thank them for their services. Veterans should be thanked on a daily basis. Anytime you see a veteran, remember what they sacrificed for us as citizens and for our rights.
This is Mrs. Danielle Prokopchak, Director of Communications at the State Capitol. We spoke to her about her grandfather's experience with the VA.
That my grandmother is actually doing the fighting with the VA on behalf of my grandfather, just because he's not able at this point with his age to do that on his own. And I have seen her struggle. There is a lot of paperwork and appointments that you need to make in order to get stuff processed.
Veterans are struggling every day to receive enough medical treatment. The budget for veteran care could be improved and would benefit the VA itself as well as the veterans supported by them.
This is President-elect Donald Trump. During one of the presidential debates of 2016, he discussed how he would handle veteran care if he were to be elected president.
We have a depleted military. It has to be helped, has to be fixed. We have the greatest people on earth in our military. We don't take care of our veterans. We take care of illegal immigrants, people that come into the country illegally, better than we take care of our vets.
Bernie Sanders, an independent presidential candidate for the previous election of 2016, speaks about the incredible progressions we are making with the state of veteran care.
The Senate voted 93-3, overwhelming vote, to pass legislation written by Senator John McCain, Republican, and myself, to address the crises facing our veterans community and the VA, and to protect and defend the men and women who have put their lives on the line to defend us.
This is Carrie Farmer, a senior policy researcher and associate director for the Behavioral and Policy Sciences Department at the nonprofit Nonpartisan Brand Corporation. She is speaking about veterans receiving their care in a timely manner.
So when we think about timeliness of care, we think about how long does it take to get an appointment. In this case, VA measures wait times by how long is it between the preferred date of care. And so that's the date that the veteran or their provider.
This graph depicts just how many veterans are homeless because they are not being helped to the proper extent. This is Miss Rachel Moore, Director of New Media at the State Capitol. We spoke to her about her experience with veteran care and her line of work.
But I don't know a single soul who's worked in this Capitol building who hasn't fielded a call from a veteran who's looking for the services that they need, or somebody calling on behalf of a veteran. Working in social media is a little bit different for me now than when I used to work for a member and do constituent services, because a lot of the social media we interact with is news, and with our members who are striving to take care of the heroes who are coming home, and our members do a lot of great work with that.
As mentioned previously, some people do hold to their opinion that veterans are indeed receiving the care they need in a timely manner. They protect our country, so we feel that they should be protected and cared for as well.
We spoke to Stephen Bruder, the policy director at the state capitol for Senator Jay Costa. He discussed his father's time at the VA dealing with heart disease.
So my dad is in his 60s, and he's a Vietnam veteran, and he has come down with heart disease. And he actually describes his interaction with the VA system as fairly positive. He didn't have as much trouble as you often hear about with admissions into the VA system as other folks have had. And I'm not sure if that has to do with his age or that he had previously entered the VA prior to coming down with his condition, so that he was already within the system. But he actually describes it pretty positively.
As our previous video footage has shown, there are many different sides on how the situation of veteran care should be handled. Some believe the VA is doing all they can and veterans are getting the care they want when they need it, but others feel they could still improve.
And to address the needs of our veterans community in a significant way.
After a county meeting, we spoke to a local Vietnam veteran about his experience with the VA.
VA hospital in Lebanon, and they were very good, very responsive. They got back to me right away. So I think it's improving, but we still need it. And we have more people coming back injured. They survive because they have protective gear and so on. So a lot of guys much younger than I need a lot of help.
Even though there are opposing views on how veteran care should be handled, we believe this should be one of the United States' main priorities and should be addressed in the coming years.